Day 11. Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of Blueprince. Well, I have spent a little bit of time doing some analysis outside of this game. Right, let me show you. I've cracked out LibreOffice, and I've done a lot of stuff. I've been making a lot of notes. I'll take you through this spreadsheet in a minute, right? Okay. What have I been making notes on? Well, when we were in security the other day, one thing I hadn't immediately twigged, but then as I was going through the recording, doing the edit, I was like, that is actually really important, is the boiler room, right? When do we do the boiler room? It was all the way back here on day 7, right? I was rewatching the day 7 video. And yesterday, when we were in security and we were reading, because we got Swan Song for the first time, we were reading the definitions in security, and it said something about ducts being present in the room, and the boiler room is able to power things up via ducts. Now, we got a key out of the furnace, if you recall, right? But that's because we were running it through the weights room, and the weight room had ducts. But a whole bunch of these rooms don't have ducts in them, which is why, because we went to the boiler room from the library, I think it was. Library, no ducts. Darkroom, does Darkroom have ducts? Darkroom does have ducts, so theoretically something could have been being powered through the darkroom, except for the fact that the darkroom didn't actually end up leading anywhere. So, that's something to bear in mind. We need to kind of start keeping a catalogue of which rooms have ducts. So I've been doing that. I also kind of re-noticed, right? So there's a picture in the maid's room, which we need to look at with the magnifying glass. And here's the picture, and I think that's something in this chap's pocket. I'm starting to come more around to the idea, with all of these notes being left around the place, that we kind of need to identify who's who in this picture. And the lady in the chair there is the same lady that's in the office here. Right, now this is the office, yeah? Because we've been to the office. And the office is where you do payroll. So I'm assuming this is actually going to turn out to be Mrs. Babbage, maybe. Now, what identifying those people is particularly going to give us, I don't really know, to be honest. The other thing to bear in mind, Saturday, November 7th, right? No one's having access to this network except you, Simon. Schedule requests as of November 4th, all work has been suspended. We also had a note somewhere about the following instructions: leave the premises by Friday, November 6th. So here we go. So this was in the maid's quarters. That means we know that November 6th was a Friday, November 7th was a Saturday. When did we arrive? Are we the kind of guy that arrives on Monday, or are we the kind of guy that arrives on the Saturday? But it means that if we get the shelter, there's some dates we can experiment with. So we're not starting on the 1st of January, we're starting on sometime in November. Okay, so if we get the shelter, that's something to experiment with as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything to sort of go with at the moment. I'm not sure anything else. It's still unclear, who the 3 people down here were. There's clearly something, more to this story that's kind of developing, right? Because you've got the Red Guard coming tomorrow. There's 3 people in the shelter. He's talking about not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 people are down there, right? This must be part of the reason why he says we're not allowed to stay in the building overnight. Yeah? Because you can stay in here overnight, but you move with the room. We postulated previously about what happens to the hamster when the bunk room gets moved. Well, the hamster just lives in the bunk room, but presumably if the room ends up shuffled into the deck, There's no way out of it during that period until the room is drafted. So maybe you get trapped in those rooms. Maybe this is going to be some interesting aspect of the game down the line where we are actually going to be able to unlock the ability to stay in rooms overnight. I don't know. We'll see. But then if we're there, who's there to draft? Right, let me talk to you about this spreadsheet then. So I spent literally hours between episodes categorizing exactly the order in which we drafted all of the rooms. I'm interested to see, is there a pattern to rooms that you can draft in this game, right? Oh, do you know what? I should actually hit pause on that because time is still moving forward. Is there a pattern to the rooms that can be drafted? And the answer is, maybe, like kind of, but it must be a really loose one if there is. So initially, I came up with the idea because initially it was around about, was it the day 6 up here? We got a very, very early, or it was day 8, we got a very, very early observatory. And then observatory was offered to us very early on a different day. And I happened to notice that we'd already drafted den on both of those days. So I'm like, are the later rarer rooms, is there some kind of, not a Markov chain, but let's say like some kind of step flow, where it's like you've got all of the common rooms, and then you've got the later rarer rooms, but the rare rooms only become available when a certain set of the common rooms have been picked. Or is it just random and it's just stochastic, it's just like they arrive with a certain probability? Okay. And it's like kind of maybe, but it must be like, there must be some OR conditions in here. So initially I was thinking observatory and den, because I was like, hey, on day 1 we got observatory after den, observatory after den. This one we picked den, we never got an observatory. Observatory after den, observatory after den. We got observatory after den. Oh no, day 7 though, we got observatory before we drafted the den. And that broke it. The one we're really trying to manifest though, right, is the dark room. Yeah? We know the magnifying glass is going to turn up in the commissary now in a couple days' time, so that's okay. Is there a way we can manifest the dark room? And what I have found is every time we have had the dark room, we have always had hallway, den, and parlour beforehand, right? Dark room down here, hallway, parlour, den. Hallway, parlour, den. Hallway, parlour, den, right? So this is kind of my analysis. It certainly doesn't seem to be the case where it's like, hey, yeah, if you have one of these, like maybe it's like an either or. Like with observatory, yeah, we had den afterwards, but we did already have hallway, so maybe it's like a den or hallway gives you observatory, and if you have both, it's more likely. I don't know. So what were the conclusions that I wrote up? I said, well, for observatory, we had den, pantry, nook. However, it can't be those in singular as run 1 didn't have a pantry or nook, and run 7 had den after observatory, so it could be an or function. Like, is there a den or a hallway? Right? Den, pantry, nook. For dark room, parlour, hallway, den were always picked before dark room. For chapel, bedroom has always been picked before chapel, except in run 8, where we got chapel without the bedroom. Office was actually offered really early in run 1. The obvious candidate would be nursery, which was picked before on both occasions, but this is only a sample of 2. So in run 1, we got offered the office, right? I'd totally forgotten about that. We got offered the office really early. It was where we took parlour, I think, down here. So like the 6th pick or something. And then we never saw office again until like a fairly recent run. So the only thing I can think about, because it was like hallway, storeroom, bedroom, closet, spare room, those are all really common. Nursery is like a fairly rare one, so maybe we're looking to try and get a nursery to manifest office. I don't know. There are only Now, as well as going through what we picked, I also looked through what was offered, right? As the first pick of the day, what was offered in those rooms. The only things that have ever been offered are 11 rooms, right? The only ones that have ever been offered: hallway, closet, bedroom, corridor, nook, parlour, storeroom, pantry, utility closet, spare room, den. Utility closet is the one that stands out there, right? Because utility closet is a really weird one to have got as a first pick choice. But all of the others are like super common rooms. Now, one thing that I've noticed that is definitely genuinely true, okay, you can never have a boarded up door on the edge of a building, right? So corner rooms can only ever be dead end rooms or 90-degree curves. Every single day we've ever done, the edges can never have a boarded up door. Does that mean we are able to make manifesting certain rooms more likely by trying to draft them in the corners? I don't know, really, because there are only 2 corners that we easily have access to, and there are loads of 90-degree rooms, right? Because you can also rotate them around as you need. I also came up with a theory that you don't get any rooms with gem requirements until you've picked up at least your first gem, right? I happen to note that things like observatory don't seem to appear unless you've got den, because den gives you the gem that you need. So I have a feeling that maybe by avoiding rooms that give you gems, maybe we don't draft any rooms that require gems, but that would be a bit of a pain anyway. But you can totally get offered 2 gem rooms even when you have only had the possibility of getting a single gem by that point, which makes me think that actually it's all random, right? Like this, with only a statistical sample of 10, you can't really make any broad general assertions here. Like I'm saying that there cannot be a deterministic order of the rooms for something like observatory or dark room, because we have examples where that is flipped up, right? Where den was picked after observatory. And the thing is, saying that, well, it's going to have to be a this or this kind of relationship, like, oh, it has to be den or nook, and then you can draft observatory, it's going to be very, very hard to test, because ultimately, if you've got a whole bunch of very common things, you are trying to find a rarer occurrence to be a... If you're trying to find a rarer occurrence of something as a causal relationship to a set of really common things, that's really, really hard to do. At least statistically significantly. So that's where I'm at with those. If you are still watching, like 10 minutes into this episode, we're about to start our run now. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you all sat through that. Okay, hit a like. If you like this kind of analysis, where I sit here spinning my wheels for 10 minutes, going, maybe this is all nothing, then do hit that like, right? We have a shelter which protects you from the negative effects of 3 red rooms. I'm kind of interested to check out the safe in the shelter. But special floor plans now costing steps instead of diamonds makes it far more likely that we will get... this makes it far more likely that we will get to dark room, because you're not going to end the run based on not having the gems. But you know what? Given that we know what the date is... let's do shelter, because if we can open this safe... If we can open the safe, we will have... This has got to be like a permanent upgrade in the safe. Surely. Surely, right? Regret your plan. Disabled remote access to other terminals. Sealed the network mainframe. Now, we also have the password here, don't we? So, time lock safe. This is day 11. Right, this is day 11. So if it was indeed... Okay, if it was indeed... Let's say we started on the 7th. The 7th was day 1. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. AM. Okay, we're going with the 17th at 11 AM. This is assuming that we started on the Saturday. Good. No point taking a radiation measurement, but log into network. Connecting to network. Probably won't be able to, I assume. Oh no, it will, okay. Now we've made a special order. So does that mean I now have 2 orders in the system? Yeah. What do we have? Request schedule change? No, that's fine. Don't need staff announcements, don't need that, don't need that. Remote terminal access. We don't have any terminals online, that's fine. Fine, office only for that one. Data transfers, they're not currently available. We don't need the glossary of terms. Okay. So, 11 AM, and it's going to stay open for 4 hours. If we make sure we remember to come back at 11 and find it still locked, then we can go for the next hour up, right? Oh no, shoot. Oh, 11 AM's not an hour in the future. We were yapping for so long. Okay, right. We're going to make it 12. We're going to go back and make it noon, because it's not an hour in the future. It's got to be at least an hour in the future. We accidentally might have just set it to almost an entire year in advance. Time lock safe. Set unlock date November 17th, 12 AM. Confirm. And hopefully 12 AM in this world is noon. That would be a really horrible ambiguity, wouldn't it, to fall foul of? Let's just make it 1 PM. Yeah. 1 PM. And then we're all good. Right. Because I hate, genuinely, it's like one of the pet peeves that I have is the ambiguity around 12 AM and 12 PM. Maybe I'm just like too European to understand it. But it's like 24-hour clocks. 24-hour clocks are how we solve this problem. It's 0, 0, and 12. It's 0 and 12. Like, what does 12 AM mean? Right, let's get some red rooms drafting, yeah? Okay, parlor, storeroom, closet. Let's take some dead ends. Let's get some items. Yeah. Key and a reroll dice. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but I'll accept it. I don't mind pantry here. I'd rather not take spare bedroom. Like, I'd rather take nursery first, to be honest. Like, but then again, who wouldn't, you know? Guest bedroom, hallway, den. Let's grab that gem, you guys. And we have a chest. So, give me some stuff. Give me some stuff. Right. Okay, let's not worry about that exit straight away. Let's go up the veranda garage route. We're not taking the garage this time. At some point fairly soon, we're going to do a run where we make note of puzzle pieces. Well, okay. All of these are effectively dead ends, right? It's just parlour is a dead end with extra steps. Nursery is a great pick at this point, because it also means that if we manage to pull office, that does actually help the theory that nursery is a contributing factor to that. What do we have here? It's a lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Now with that, let's go and draw a dead end here and end the run immediately. Yeah, okay. Oh god, do you know what? We almost didn't have the gems to do it, right? But yeah, no, we'll take observatory because this then points us north, and then if we get hallway, then we're really cooking with gas, aren't we? So, what do we get out of the observatory today? It is farmer's apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Don't know if these really count as permanent upgrades or not really. Like, not really, but... Okay, we don't have to gem for security, but hallway gives us two options. So... I think we save our floor plan redraw for when we really need it, not when it's just like mildly convenient. Straight on. Spare bedroom for the extra steps. Yeah, okay, car keys, that's fine, but we've been in the car several times by this stage. Okay, I think it's gonna be parlour to get the gems. Yeah, let's do parlour. Let's do parlour. And, it's kind of interesting because we didn't take a screenshot of Lowry's letter, but I don't think it's terribly important. Probably. Okay. Only one box is true. Only one box contains gems, so that's true. The gems are in the white box. So, let's see. If the gems are in the white box, then this is true, and this is false, which is fine. If the gems are in the black box, then that's false, that's true, and interestingly enough, If this were true, it would make it false. And if it were false, it would become true. And the same is true if it was in the black box through symmetry with the blue box, so the gems are in the white box. That is a little bit of a problem. So from hallway, we're now going to need to go out. We're going to need to go all the way up. So we're going to need to redraw. We're going to redraw here. Commissary might have the magnifying glass, though. Commissary might have the magnifying glass, and from the commissary we would need to get a dark room and a utility closet like really soon. Nah, we need something. We need a floor plan that's gonna go to the right. Security's good. Security's good. I mean, chapel's not bad, but I think I prefer security here. Now, let me think. We are at this stage. I don't think we're going to go into security straight away. I don't think there's any point talking about the keycard policy yet, because we're nowhere near any doors with keycards. I could do with a room that has a clock, to be honest. I'm not sure we're going to be at 1 o'clock yet. So let's just draw. Ah, okay, it's got to be corridor. It's got to be corridor or it's a dead end. Keep an eye out for a clock, so I do want to see when it gets to 1 PM. Okay. Drawing room I kind of don't mind here. It costs a gem though, whereas actually chapel... We don't have the downsides of chapel here. There's something over there that I can see. It's a gem. Good, 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 good. I mean, garage gets us a bunch of keys, and we already have the car keys. So what's going to be in the boot of the car this time? It's a hard one to turn down. It's a hard one to turn down. We are going to be turning down 2 more rooms this side though, but we get this room anyway from security. I think let's take the garage. Let's take the keys. And let's go and see what we get in here. Lockpicks and the secret garden key. So this is the second time we've found the key to the secret garden in the car. Which is sort of interesting. Because that kind of makes me think that that is where you find that. So, that was in the car. I kind of want to group that letter with this one here. Christoph. 3rd time this month. Just because I kind of have a vague feeling. I just kind of have a vague feeling that when it comes to this picture, we're going to need to identify these people. So we've got 2 maids. This chap looks like a gardener, to be honest. This is probably Mrs. Babbage. Right? I mean, there are only 3 women in this picture. Yes. This chap looks like a driver. And I would assume that this gentleman's the butler. So one of these two is probably a valet. Dunno. Usually, well, my experience of Downton Abbey tells me that you're probably going to have a butler, an under-butler, and a valet. Not sure. Okay. Clocks. Clocks. Why you got no clocks in your house? Why does our character not have a watch? Like, oh, genuinely. Do you know what, though? Right, because I don't want to do too much back and forth. So I think we're going to go, and I think we're going to wait it out now. Right, okay, yeah. It's 10 past 12. It's 10 past 12, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to wait. We're going to wait for this to reach just before 1 p.m. And then we're going to go and check the save. As long as we're still, we don't use any steps, right? That would be my presumption. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this for you guys. I'm gonna see you in a minute. All right. Man, that felt like a really long wait. Okay. Let's go. We're gonna check the clock on the outside before we actually like go in. But yeah, here we go. It's a few minutes. I want to make sure we don't accidentally do it like a minute early and then the safe is just not open, right? Like this is going to confirm that we're not Saturday people, right? And what we'll do is we'll increment up the day, 1 day each time, but we've still got to be like more than an hour in the future, so we're going to need to go 3 p.m. for the next one, but we should be able to. So there we go. Right, so that's after 1 o'clock now. Okay. This is going to end up being like a really long run, so we're just going to be like sitting around waiting hours for the safe to open, isn't it? I chose the wrong day to be recording this episode. Hey, it opened! It opened! 7. Mate, can't believe we literally sniped that first time. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavourably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harboured for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. The circulating rumours of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behaviour has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologise for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I have now reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangeling crimson curtains drape across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. We are fully taking pictures of all of this because I highly doubt we're ever going to have... I highly doubt we're ever going to accept the hassle. Oh no, but we don't have the magnifying glass. What if there's a thing? Okay, we're hoping there's not a thing. If the magnifying glass was required on that many documents, it should just be a permanent upgrade. That's going to be my hot take. But wait, what's this? It's like an old casing or something. Oh, no, it's a gem, is it? So wait, is that it? That's just the thing the gem was sitting on. I hate to be a stick in the mud about it, but I was really kind of hoping for something like an upgrade disc. Or, I don't know. Yeah, some kind of permanent upgrade. It's like, okay, we've got some story and a gem. That's kind of a bit sad. But it also means that we don't need to really probably ever pick the bomb shelter again. Because we've got the story out of it, haven't we? Let's me just quickly rearrange that, because that was also in the bomb shelter. We need to do a little bit of Miro board rearrangement on, like, it'd be good to group the notes together as to sort of like where we got them from. But I'm not gonna do that now live on the recording. Here's the thing. I chose to record today's episode when I actually have a pretty strict finish time. I tell you what though, it's a good thing we got that safe on the first go. That would have been really awkward otherwise. Okay, so we got plenty of keys out of the garage. We're just making a beeline straight for security then. Man, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm actually kind of like a little bit disappointed by what we found in the safe. Like, I mean, okay, I understand that, like, the letter... It feels like there's a lot of backstory. It feels like there's a lot of lore in this game, right, which we're getting to. But not a huge amount of... I don't know, not a huge amount of things to solve, you know what I mean? Right, keycard system settings, change security level. Offline mode unlocked. Okay, back on that one. So, return that to security menu. I don't think there's... Right, we've not missed anything, that's good. I don't think there's anything... That's not correct. I mistyped it. I don't think there's anything else on the network. Badum, badum, bum. Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything, because electronic mail is only available from the office. Remote terminal access is not going to particularly help us with the time lock safe. So let's go for this room here. Commissary is definitely a pickable room. Now, I don't want to go in there just yet, actually. I don't think I want to go in there just yet. So I'm just checking something. I was just checking something on my thing. Hey, look! We've got a red letter. That's interesting. Right, we're not going to go into the commissary yet. Right, lockpick kit first. Oh, dark room. Dark room, dark room. Right, we need to get... Now wait, no negative effects. So maybe we're not going to trigger this. Okay. Is there a magnifying glass in the commissary? Does it cost less than 7? Just check there isn't anything like lying around here. We did it! We did it, gang! We did it! We did it! We got the magnifying glass! We got the magnifying glass. We have the steps to back it up. Right, let's magnify some stuff. Because he was also asking for a... Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Right. We've got a keycard entry door there, so... Oh, gem. Take the gem. Okay, I don't think there's anything on there. Here we go. 11:28. Is that going to get us into the orchard? It might. I don't see anything on this one. No. That one's horribly overdeveloped. There's a picture of his wife that he wanted doing. Where did that end up? Was that not in here? Okay, I've got to be a little bit careful with my steps. I've only got 12 steps. But it looks like there's nothing else in here. He wants another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. Now if we look at the... because I thought it was going to be related to this pendant here. Because that's Baroness Oravel, who is this lady here. I don't think it's Clara Epson that he's wanting a picture of. Or maybe it was. Okay. Right, let's check the rooms, right? So... I don't think there's anything in these rooms that we need to particularly inspect with the magnifying glass. So I think we can sort of move on. Now the power's still on. So we're gonna go for here. Just use the lockpick first. Coat check. We could swap our shovel for the magnifying glass. And then we have another avenue to get the magnifying glass. I mean, the alternative is the drawing room, which lets us draw more stuff. So we've only got 12 steps, though. So we do need to grab a bedroom at some point. Oh wait, why is that boarded up? Oh no, it's a different orientation to what I thought. I thought this was going to give us two. I thought it was going to give us 2 exits. That's on me. That's on me, and I have made a little bit of a mistake there. Right, let's grab a picture of this one. Now, where are we? We're in rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the center. We don't have that one yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have the pictures for that one yet, so I'll just put those in. And actually, we don't have the parlor ones either. So we should add those on our way back out as well. Lockpick. Special keys. Does that work? Does not fit, so we've got to use a regular key. Okay. Bedroom. Bedroom seems like a pretty good choice here. It means that we can inspect Reddington. Although I'm not sure if that particularly gives us anything. No. Oh, I could have felt for sure that that was going to be something. Okay. Right. Just to the right of the room I was in, then. So get that here. And then we've got a stag. Oh! We've got a little dice. That's handy. Okay, we've got the stag, which we'll add to our collection of pictures as well. Now, depending on how many rooms we have left, we might run out of steps before we can get back to the orchard, in which case we're going to be doing that at the start of the next episode, not this episode. I want to let you guys, you know, understand that if we run out of steps because we're exploring rooms with the microscope, like, I don't think we're going to go back and check anything else out with the microscope. But we are going to keep going forward as much as we can. The pool is new. The rumpus room, I wonder if the robot will give us anything else. Or we have a workshop. The pool gives us 2 exits though. Adds locker room, sauna and pump room to today's draft pool. It's a new room. It gives us 2 exits. Let's go. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time, drafting pool rules. Each time you draft 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. I mean, yeah, that doesn't really tell me anything that I didn't kind of already sort of know from context. Ah, we have the other creme caramel. So it seems that some of these pictures have duplicates and some of them don't so far. We're going to go for the edge of the house, because who knows? Maybe we... no, we're going to go to the middle of the house in case I need a gem. Because who knows, like, the edge of the house, we might get, like, the exit to the east garden, but it's almost certainly going to cost gems to do it. The foundation does not reset each day. What? Got a pile of dirt. Does not reset each day. How do we get that down? Okay, so we've got an exit which we can't get up. Now, here's an interesting one for you guys, right? I'm getting a bit worried on in-game time, so I'll just pause it quick. The lever. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there is enough time to put another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Does that mean that we are going to be offered greenhouse here because canonically there needs to be a broken lever? We don't have a lever handle, unfortunately. Lockpick? No. Do you know what though? Having 2 exits, and it's gonna have the food in it straight away, isn't it? Nom 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 nom. Okay, let's say not yet, because we do have a few steps, but aquarium will give us a load of extra steps, which is kind of nice. Let's take this exit to the west wing. Okay, can't pick it. Use a key. I'm kind of tempted to say guest bedroom, to be honest. On the other hand, this is only our third red room. So if we take gymnasium, we don't lose any steps by going through gymnasium, and it gives us 2 exits again. Man, this run. This run. Ah, keycard required. Right, we need a utility closet to turn the power off. We already had that one. We already had that one. Wait, oh, I forgot to take a picture of the art in the dining room. Shame. Okay, one of them's like a coil of rope. It's okay. We'll get back there at some point, like guaranteeably. If we find a bedroom at this point, we'll probably take it. Guest bedroom. Nice pick. Nice pick. And it's got a gem. Very good. Tie and clock. We have that one. So, that's a key card. So, no use there. Here we go. Let's take a picture of these 2 and add it to our... Take a picture of these 2 and add it to our thing. So, dining room is directly underneath the antechamber. It's been a good run. Day 11. Day 11 is going to be one to remember for sure. I am very close, though, to needing to just, like, leave this game on pause and wander off for a bit. So, we're going to come back to this dining room. We're going to go pool first, and then we will come back here and eat. Because now that I've got the gem, maybe we'll get something on the edge of the house that's really cool that we've not seen before. Music room requires 2. Library, though. We requested a book from the library. Shame we can't get music room. But I'd be willing to take library. Okay. Now the book we requested must be somewhere around here. We are 3 from the top, so let's take a picture of this one. And a picture of this one. I have a strong feeling that some of these pictures are not going to repeat now, though, you know? Here we go. Kimberly Thompson took this out in June. Huh? I think that's worth making a note on. Who's Kimberly Thompson? But also, it was earlier this year. Earlier this year. Okay. So, Volume 3, June issue. Oh, we've actually got a few pages of reading that we can do. Excellent. The potential within. We all start as an empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of these strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Every architect needs gems. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house designs, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources they need when opening a new door. If you lack the gems to consider all three presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set you up for success. Reader-submitted gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room you are in before clicking the door. I do this way too much. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I try to only spend them if I really need a room. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat that has served me well. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Don't pass up wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There's no such thing as too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem. We've only been offered wine cellar once, to be honest. I don't know if wine cellar has like a specific location, because it was only once in that corner. From the north as well. Planning your house. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early, ranks first. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind in the entrance hall and rooms of the early ranks. When these architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks to draft from doors they have skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference if they had been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you are leaving lots of unopened doors in the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further into the house. Top drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft cloister before terrace, you would be down 3 gems, but if you draft them in the reverse order, cloister would be free. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chance of success. A foyer drafted before Great Hall would mean all of its many doors would be unlocked. Hallway doors are always unlocked. I've never been offered foyer. Drafting bunk room after nursery will give you 10 extra steps. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread from office if you draft a constant conference room. And the more items you have, the greater your chances of being able to create a contraption in the workshop. Oh man, attic has 8 items. Ooh. I mean, these are all kind of obvious combinations, to be honest. Making a connection. 2-pair combos aren't the only form of room synergy. You'll find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but it can literally power up or down other rooms you've drafted in your house. Garage. Dark room turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. Gymnasium turns lights off to prevent step loss. Other examples of connectivity. The ladyship chamber. The next time you enter boudoir, gain 10. The next time you enter walk-in closet, gain 3. One of the more simple examples, her ladyship's chamber has synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms, her boudoir and her walk-in closet. And I'll take a picture of that one because that is a very, very clear indication as to which room Lady Epson's room actually is. The boiler room connects ducts from room to run steam power to specific locations in the house. Laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace and pump room all have uses for steam power. That's useful to know. So I'll take a picture of that. Speaking of pump room, this room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, kitchen, and several other features located outside of the main house. Very good. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. We know that. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms that will make the meal even more delicious. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom, the amount of gold spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in servants' quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiard room or parlour, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft that room. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you explored it doesn't mean that will be the case the next time you draft it. The day after drafting Freezer, it enters an automatic cool-down, refreezing cycle, during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it is smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there is a very good chance you'll find a piece of information down the road which may help. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. Even if you do not think the rooms seem very useful, they may still hold useful clues and information that may help you on your way. And then we have a word from the editor. Just quickly checking there's not a hidden code in that. That's in... Oh, no. That's 1, 2, 3. I thought that said 4, 2, 3. But no, there isn't a hidden code in that. It's just a regular T-square. Although with this volume we've provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we are an architectural digest. Hope the aspiring architects know there is truly no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favourite room, each builder his favourite tool, and thus each player in turn will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world or keep to themselves. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck drafting and hope you build the house of your dreams. Okay. Is there anything in here that I'm kind of like, yeah, we need to make a note of that? You know, draft gems early. It's good advice. It's good advice. Office, conference room, attic, workshop. Do you know what? I mean, like, let's just take some pictures of the pages. You know, the advice is solid. Let's just nab all the information. And then we can sort out the good information from the bad information or the boring information later. Not going to take a screenshot of the first few pages because I think like the first couple of pages are kind of trite and a little bit obvious. Cool. With that, how do we request our next book? I reckon that bookshelf particularly looks suspicious. Does it not? This bookshelf looks sus. It's like, it is kind of a little bit like, yes, not that kind of game, but on the other hand, sus. Okay, how are we then going to request our next... Let's request our next book somehow. Or maybe it's kind of a... I want out, I want out. Look, there's a little boat over there and everything. Can't ever seem to pass it up. Largest purchase. No, okay. Maybe we have to draft the library again another time later. Maybe it's like a request the book, read the book kind of situation. Request the book next time, read the book again the following time sort of situation. Okay, right, we still have one gem. There's not very much of this house left that we can get into. Lockpick won't work. We only have the secret garden key. Almost certainly not going to fit. What? 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 Man. That is lucky. That is lucky. Bloomin' secret garden. Alright. Oh man, like literally I just pulled that on a whim. Can I eat some of these apples? It's a bit of a shame that there isn't a gate to the rest of the garden, but... Or maybe... No, it doesn't... Wait... Kind of looks like I might be here a little bit early. Or maybe we just make them point all the same way. Is that's an antechamber lever. So that's opened up that door. Okay. Huh. Massive jump cut to like later on in the day. Okay. This brick wall though is so sus. It's so sus. Secret brick. Secret brick to press here. Like every brick looks like it could be the secret brick, you know? None of my items are like popping up to say, "Ah, here, have a hand." Does moving the weather vane to the direction of the bricks? No, no. Wait, hang on. That's north? That's not... Hang on. Yeah, this is the edge of the house. So that's not north, that's south. This weather vane's pointing in the wrong direction. Oh, unless... Wait, hang on. North. Unless it's... Because... Are weather vanes reversed? Because obviously... So, when wind blows, the arrow blows into the wind, right? So if you're wanting to read where the wind is coming from, you would want your weather vane reversed. So maybe it's reversed deliberately? I don't know. Okay. Well, that is that, I suppose. I don't think there's anything else to do here. We have opened one door for the antechamber. We do not we need a utility room to be able to turn off the keycard lock, or in one of these rooms we need to find a keycard. So let's see what we get. Lockpick. Do not seem to be able to pick this door's lock. We can use a key. Locksmith, billiard room, bunk room. Well, we've got dinner, which we still haven't eaten. So I'm kind of tempted to take billiard room because it gives me another exit. And we're going to collect something from inside the billiard room, right? Keep an eye out for like keys or things on the floor anywhere. But right, 6. 20 over 10 is 2. 13 and 5 is 18, divided by 9 is 2. We've then got 20 and 3 is 23, minus 3 is back to 20, times by 3 is 60, divided by 6 is 20. 10. It's 10. Ah, right. Sorry, hang on. So, 6, 2, 2, 10. Right, okay. Okay, couple of keys is not the thing that I'm most excited about from this room, to be honest. But it's okay. It is not the worst. Like, right, here we go. I think we've got to take utility closet here, right? Like, vault is great. We don't have the vault key. Like, well, no, I think the vault is open, judging by this, but there's a safe deposit box in the vault, which we don't have the key for, and that's a special item. So let's not worry about that. Utility closet, because there's another door from both the dining room and the secret garden. Having this as a dead end is absolutely fine. We get 2 pictures from this as well, which we'll just quickly add to our board. So, pop that off. What? I didn't realise you could turn these blue. Hang on a second. Turn off gymnasium. Dark room's already on. Might as well turn on garage. Not that that will really do anything. Although, do you know what? We have the car keys and the garage. Can we actually take the car out? That's an interesting idea. Okay, so... Right, wait. We need to put... No, we need... This guy on... Now it's purple. Wait. So blue becomes purple. Oh, okay, right. There's definitely more to this. Right. So red becomes purple when you turn it on with a blue. And when you turn purple on with a blue, it just goes back to blue. I don't think the objective could be to turn everything purple, right? But what we can do... No, wait, hang on. We could turn that purple. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Right, we turn that purple. Yeah? We turn the whole thing purple? Like, that can't be a bad thing to have done, right? Because, frankly, that's the hardest set of combinations that you could do with that. I don't know. What do you guys think? So yeah, Secret Garden Dining Room, this is going to, it's gonna sort of link up, I suppose. Can't pick it. I'm gonna use the steps to go around from the dining room entrance instead then, because regardless we'll have to backtrack, and there is the off chance that we actually then don't need to use a key. Oh, hey, there's a banana. I didn't even see that before. Okay. I tell you what, one of the worst things about having an amazing run like this is, because I record these episodes, like, in advance, obviously, right? We got 2 episodes going a week and blah, blah, blah. It means that I'm recording these... Oh, shoot, it's nearly midnight. We're not allowed to spend the night in the place. Pump room, control water flow throughout the estate, or laboratory, experimental house features. We don't have the boiler room, and none of the adjoining rooms have ducts. None of the adjoining rooms have ducts, so laboratory's not going to be able to do the thing. I think pump room, then. So wait, if it gets to midnight, does the day just end anyway? Oh, hey, cool. Smash, smash. We get a key card anyway. We've already turned off the power, so that's okay. Pump control panel. Okay. I'm going to bring that up there. So what have we got? We've got pump control panel, water source selection up the top here. Okay. Tank 1, 4 units. Tank 2, 4 units. Pump 2 tank switch. Now I'm really paranoid, though, that I'm, like, running out of time on the day. But... well, let's not worry about it. Let's just sit and think about this puzzle. Shall we? Mount Holly pump control. So I think we want to drain the pool, right? Reservoir. Do we have a reservoir? Like, the fountain's out the start. I think draining the pool is probably a good shout. So, water source selection. Right. Pump to tank switch. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Are we, like, not running any power here or something? Like, I mean, we've obviously got the ducts, but the ducts are coming into here. Uh-huh. Okay, right, we got something happening here. That's draining. Oh, hey, look, the pool is indeed... The pool is emptying. So if we now say, okay, don't worry about the pool, plonk that in the greenhouse. If I then pump that water into the greenhouse. Ah, it's not going. So that's number 6. Okay, do we need to get this pumping out? Okay, that's pumping out somewhere. It's pumping into the greenhouse. Okay, good. So now let's go back to the pool. There we go, the pool is continuing to drain. Ah! Oh no. Now it's sort of stuck. Okay, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Let's turn that off there. Right, we're just trying to get the last of this out of the pool. Right. We might need that actually round there. I'm trying to work out, like, which direction are all of these even going? Okay, that's doing something. No, it's filling the pool back up. Stop. Stop! That's the opposite of what I want to do. Right. Ah, you're putting that into there. No, no, no. Can we drop that out of there? What I would like, though... Okay, so each of these sources coming out of different places, right? Is coming out of the different... Alright, it's coming out of the different tubes, I guess. Yeah, so this is the pipe to the fountain. That's the pipe to the reservoir, blah, blah, blah. That's the pipe to the pool. Fine. So let's turn the pool off, because I don't want to accidentally fill the pool back up. Right. Okay. Right, okay, hang on a second. Okay, so that's the pool, fine. We know how to get stuff out of the pool. What we need to do, right, we're going to turn that pump off, right, because we don't want stuff coming out of the pool now. What we need to do is we need to pump What we need to do is we need to take some water into this tank from somewhere that this tank can plug into. So this pump here is coming from number 3, which is the aquarium. This pump here is going to number 4, which is the kitchen. This pump in the middle here goes to here and here. So, can we... Right. It's going into here. I want to grab... let's just grab the fountain, yeah? Okay, so that should be draining water out of the fountain. Good. Right, we'll close that off. Switch this valve. Right, and now we're going to drain that into the fountain. Yes, okay, phew. Just the wrong way round. Okay, good. Close this off. Come back round here. No, other way. No. Got to hit the pool button. Right. And then we're flipping the switch the other way. Neat little puzzle room, this one. This is probably one of the best puzzles in the game so far. I liked it. Okay, so pool is empty. Now, we don't have the greenhouse. I mean, we could go and see the flooded kitchen, I suppose. I wonder what that actually even does. Do we have the kitchen? We don't. We don't. Aquarium, reservoir, fountain. I mean, theoretically, we could also empty the fountain and have a look. We've got 16 steps left. Right. Let's go and check out the pool. Let's eat first. Right, have dinner. Okay. We're still looking sort of okay. Oh, right, okay. It's just a load of money. It's just a load of money. Oh, I guess draining the fountain probably going to do the same thing. I suppose, will it? Yeah, no hidden door or anything. Okay. Never mind. That's alright. Do we want to worry about draining the fountain? Yeah, come on then. Come on then. So we put that back into the pool. Okay, and then the fountain's coming out of this one, yeah? So no. Oh, yeah. I mean, now that we understand how the puzzle works, it should be reasonably swift. So we take the full thing out of the fountain, we pump it straight into the pool. Right, hit the pool up here. Ah, no, 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 no. There we go. Okay, now we fill up the tank again. So actually, we have to fill up the kitchen fully. Isn't it? Isn't it? We have to fill up the kitchen fully, which is the fourth one here. So that means... Okay. And then... Actually, it doesn't matter which way round we go first, is it? Because now we've just got to go fountain again. And then we're just going to swap this thing over. So interestingly enough, actually, with the reservoir, you're going to have a real problem. Oh! To empty the reservoir, you have to make use of this extra holding tank. Yeah? Okay, so we'll make sure we check the fountain on our way out. Well, we've got a key card. So, here we are. We've got 28 steps. Oh, and we can see the flooded kitchen if we wish. And that will also get us into the antechamber. So, I want to see the inside of this antechamber for the first time. So here we are in the kitchen. We've got a red magnet and a blue magnet. This is going to be like the longest episode ever. +5 for every red room in your house. I don't think we need the steps right now, to be honest. And here we go. Here's the antechamber. Oh, hello. To continue up, you must go down. We got the basement key. Right, but that's only, to continue up, you must go down. Well, we made it to the antechamber for the very first time. It's now 3 in the morning. But that might now be the end of the run. So let's go and check out the fountain, right? Unless the basement key can be used somewhere here with the foundations, but I didn't see a keyhole over here. I'm not sure how you get over to that. But let's go check out the fountain. Where do we need to go? It's this way, this way, this way. Oh, wow. I didn't see the orange here either. That's so odd. Have these been spawning? Okay. That's odd. Wait a minute. So did we... Oh! We do have another room we can go to. Ah, we can do... Laboratory. Laboratory doesn't even quite end the run yet. Okay, well with laboratory... I don't think there's anything much we can do with that, but we can certainly try and run our experiment. Well, we're not going to do very much more drafting, to be honest, but add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Huh. So you can have duplicate rooms in your draft pool. I wonder if there's a way that you can see what your draft pool is. Because we saw a reference a long time ago about... we're not going to bother doing any of those because I don't think it's going to matter, to be honest. Yeah, we saw something earlier about things being retired from the draft pool, didn't we? Okay, last door. Can it be a room that we've never been before? Ah, we don't have the ballroom. We could take secret... Oh no, we can't take secret passage. Ah, nice. Let's redraft. Can't do it. Ah, locker room. Shoot. Maid's chamber? Okay. So that fills out like the last square we were missing on that side of the house as far as pictures go. Mila. It's a little handmade trophy that says Mila, who may well be the name of the maid. Okay. Ah. Well, without a workshop, I don't think the battery pack is going to do much for us. So that's fine. That was like a little excursion. A little excursion. So from security then... Trying to remember the path through this house. We've laid a lot of rooms this time. A lot of rooms. We've got 25 steps left. Plenty of time to get to the fountain. A really successful run this time. Very pleased with how this run's gone. So we get back out to the pantry. Oh! Now that definitely wasn't here at the start of the day. Yeah, so Mrs. Babbage is wandering around, leaving fruit for us. Because we definitely wouldn't have missed those. Certainly not. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. I did actually have other plans today, to be honest. Could this not be a permanent change? If it's going to be like that? What do we get here? And of course we have the basement key. Oh my word, this is crazy. This is like the craziest run. Did we just get like some wild RNG here or something? Can this not be like a permanent upgrade for us? We've now got a lake. We've not even been to the orchard yet with the code that we got. This is why this game needs to let you save in between loops. No joke. Oh, sorry, let you save during a loop. We've been at this for like 2 hours now. I'm not going to let this go. I'm not going to let this go. Oh dear. Right. So we can't pull that. Abandoned underground mine. These torches are lit by something. Bro, this is definitely demon time. Okay, we've got an upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade your floor plans. Fine. Hopefully we can make it to the bomb shelter and use that upgrade point. So I don't think it will let it. I don't think it will let us keep this between loops. Okay, I'm going to take some pics. Special candlesticks. Okay. So you can move that. Oh, blimey. I'm not sure what we can do from here, if anything. We also got the ominous music starting as well. If I pull that back, I'm not 100% sure if I can kind of do anything with it anyway, right? Like, even if we go all the way back, can we get round this cart? Oh, we might be able to. Or not? Okay. Any buttons or anything on this? Okay. I mean, everything kind of aligned for us neatly here. Is this the reservoir that sort of represents the final two things? It seems weird that it would give us access to this underground mine, but then there's like not really. That looks like an elevator, which is not going up or down. It seems weird that it would give us access to this big round room, but like we can't do anything in there. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I don't see anything that you can do with this. And I'm assuming that this is not a permanent change. But I don't see anything else we can do in here. I don't know. Okay. I think we're going to have to make. I think we're going to have to make executive decision, right? Because we don't have a huge number of steps, and it's very, very late now. So we are going to head to the bomb shelter. We're going to put in our permanent upgrade thing. What a run this has been, though. I might come to regret not spending longer in the basement, because to get back to the basement requires the pump room and the basement key, which does not seem to be, well, it doesn't seem to be an easy combination to get. Okay, what do we get to upgrade? Nursery, okay. So it's right, if you have less than 10 when you enter this room, set your steps to 20. No. Whenever you draft... Oh, it's an indoor nursery. Whenever you draft another green room... Oh, right. So rather than whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps, it's whenever you draft another green room, 2 diamonds will sprout in this room. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's take it. You know, it affects our ability to have consistent steps going forward, but I think we're okay with it. And with that, my friends, I think we're ready to call this one a day. Like, oh, I did say that. Ah, no, we don't have the thing, because we have the garage, don't we? Whoops. Ah, no. Get off. Get off. I've accidentally opened the game overview, so I pressed too many things. Shift and tab at the same time. We do have the garage, don't we? Via the hallway. I did say it would be fun to open the garage door and actually see if we can drive the car. Do we have the steps to be able to do that, though? That's going to be close. That's going to be close. Right, we want to do observatory. Tasty apple. Perfect. Like, I don't think it will let you, like, I strongly suspect it's not going to let you drive the car out of here. But it would be kind of funny. Okay. No. as expected, not. Okay, well, my friends, what an episode. What an episode. Giant underground complex. I mean, you know, we were somewhat expecting it, right? All the way from episode 1, when we were looking out from near the fountain, and we could see that there was clearly some kind of structure inside the cliff. So it looks like we are sort of somewhat there. Next time, we're going to be taking the codes that we got and we're going to be checking out that orchard. For now, though, this has been day 11 of Blueprints. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you soon for another episode later on in the week. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Bye for now.